is good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Muthana, and welcome to another edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. This week 4, Giants bounce back, Cowboys keep rolling. But I am not alone. I'm never alone. I got my main man, Caleb. Caleb, how are you, my man?
I'm great, man. We coming off another win, 3 straight, baby.
Three straight.
Feeling good.
Caleb, Cooper Rush, QB1 forever.
No, no,
We'll see. We'll see.
no, no.
We will
We don't
see.
have to. We've seen it. No,
Yeah, we have seen it. He's 4-0.
it's great. It's great.
Or no. Cooper Rush, Central Michigan legend, the Chippewa. The Chippewa. Caleb, take us through. Cowboys beat the Commanders. What were some good things that you saw from that game?
Good things. Obviously, just can keep going out there, win the divisional game. That's the main thing. We get two division wins. Right off the bat here on the season. That's extremely important. We need to win on, and that's what we do. I mean, that's what the Cowboys do. Because we don't win the playoffs, and we don't do this, and we don't do that. What we do is beat our division, because we beat our division 8 straight times.
Would you prefer if you won playoff games instead?
Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean, it's nice. It's not obviously, but as a consolation, we get to kick the Giants and the Washington
Hey, you
team's
watch it.
ass.
Hey, in a couple weeks, when Thanksgiving, when Leonard Williams is back, y'all not gonna have 175 yards rushing, guarantee it.
Okay, sure.
And we'll see. The rematch will be tremendous because we'll win. We'll win on Thanksgiving.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will.
Hell
Yo,
no.
this is the first time. How long have we not played on Thanksgiving? I think this is the first
like
Thanksgiving.
The 80s.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because it's always the Lions and it's always y'all. Because the Lions created it. That's why the Lions should keep it. The Lions should keep it because they created it. And you need a game where you don't really watch for early Thanksgiving purposes because you're still making the food. But that's not the point. Continue. Commanders beat them down.
Yeah. So that's all good. But sometimes what we struggled on is the offensive line. I think we probably played. They played the worst game so far through the season, which is not all that bad considering they only gave up like 1 sack. It was just more of that we could not open up any running holes for the running backs to go through. Their defensive line was just getting after us. I mean, they were getting through the line easily. And our running game wasn't very effective. But it's not about the yards with our team; it's about the attempts, and that was the most important fact. Because Zeke carried it 19 times, Pollard carried it 8 times. We had 29 carries overall. And that's the important part. That number is more important than even the yards. Because I disagree with all the people that said, "Oh, you can't just run it." I disagree with that fact because this proves that you can just run it, and it's gonna work. And why it's gonna work? Because it's gonna get those guys down in the box, ready to stop the run, expecting to run. Even though we're not doing well in the run, they're still expecting it.
The law of attrition. You just keep pounding them, pounding the rock, keep pounding the rock, keep pounding the rock. Trust me, they're human beings. They're gonna give up on a play or a plays. You know what I mean? So keep running the ball.
Which that run game was opening up the play action, and oh my God, was Cooper Rush just waiting back there for like ever during the play action passes. Like he had all day to throw those balls. And we were killing them on those plays, and that's what the run game can open up. For like I said, Tony Pollard not good in the middle. When you have like a strong defensive line that's going to get through, they were attacking him out the outside. He was just very ineffective. Zeke had a little more effective just because he can just battery ram right up the middle and get. Because he go with his positive yards. Like Zeke is really, really good at just making sure he gets positive yards. He rarely gives negative yards. So that's why it wasn't, he had a bad average, but at least it was positive, it wasn't very positive for Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard like a 0.8 average. He was
that's why I dropped him in fantasy.
Yeah, he was pretty bad there, but So like I said, the offline, yeah, they had some struggles in the past, passing, blocking. Usually they're better than run blocking than pass blocking, but it was kind of the opposite this game, even though they did give up one sack. Um, but Cooper Rush still had, like I said, during the play action passes, he still was pretty good there, but he didn't play great. For all those people wanted Kirk, you just said like you want a quarterback controversy. There is no quarterback controversy. He's not great. He didn't play very super well in this game. He threw 2 interceptions that got called back for penalties. But they were bad balls. They were terrible balls. He went 15 20 27 with 223 and 2 touchdowns. Which he throws a nice deep ball, man. He throws a really good deep ball. Throws good mid range game. His short game sucks. Like his short game sucks. He's very inaccurate. Throwing those shorter passes, and that's why Dalton Schultz hasn't really done shit.
Yeah,
Because he's not very accurate throwing short. Like that's Dalton Schultz's game, just getting open, right? That short, doing those short routes. That's what Dak Prescott loves to throw to him. But Cooper Rush can't really throw it to him like that because
why is that, man? When you can't be accurate short, can't be like Dalton Schultz is like right there, and you can't hit him like right there.
Nope.
I don't understand how does that?
Part of it's pressure. He's just trying to chuck it, get rid of the ball. And then the other part is just not accurate with it. He's not very accurate, just throwing those little short out routes either, or in the flats. He did get one nice one to Zeke that went off for Zeke ran for like 35 yards. That was really the only good short route that I saw. Otherwise, he's just throwing either the mid range or the deep ball, which, like I said, that's where he shines and he makes plays. Like I said, he wasn't great, but he makes the plays necessary for us to score points in the game. And overall, just the offense just needs to do better. Like we just need to do better. Like this game, this offense isn't going to work every single week when we play more explosive offenses are going to score points. Like we got to do better. We're just struggling to score points here. We scored the most that we've got today, and it's only 25 points. If the defense isn't doing what they're doing every game, it's going to be more of a problem. That's why I said, if you're just watching, like all the people that say, "Oh, Cooper Rush doing this," I'm like, come on, like watch the games, bro. Like he's not very accurate. He's missing some really bad balls here. But like I said, I guess they just like he what he does do, he just gets rid of it. He just goes and gets it out there to his guys, and I guess that's what they see, and that's where he's shining.
Also, doesn't help that the owner of the franchise said we got ourselves a little QB controversy up in here.
Yeah, but then there's also these national guys that just be saying, "Oh, Cooper Rush is doing better than Dak, and Dak Prescott needs to learn." Like, what are you talking about? Like, Dak Prescott can beat all these teams just like Cooper Rush is beating, especially when the defense is playing like they're playing. Like, you don't think Dak can do that? You don't think Dak has done that? He won 12 games last year. Like, give me a break. Like, that's y'all stupid. Like, I'm just glad that he's winning these games. Like, he's being capable enough to not screw the game up. That's what you just gotta be happy with. Not that he's doing any better than what Dak could have done during these games. If Dak Dak can do exactly what Cooper Rush has done in these games, because it's not anything special. So yeah, just there's no quarterback controversy here. As far as the receiver, CeeDee Lamb, he's building.
You heard it here, guys. On Good Friends, Better Rivals, no QB controversy.
No.
Nothing. So Jerry, you know what? You take your glory heroes somewhere else. God damn it.
I want me some glory hole.
No, Jerry. No. Continue, Caleb.
As far as receiver, CeeDee Lamb, keep building off his from the second half last week. And he went on this week. He no drop balls. He looked really good. He was getting open. He made a great play and just cooked William Jackson third. I don't know if you saw that tweet by Pac-Man Jones. He said he knocked on his grill and said, "You in there, William Jackson?" And because you just got cooked. Yeah, because
Pack cold, man. Pack cold.
because he just CeeDee Lamb just beat him on the route for the touchdown, and Cooper Rush put in the right spot, and it was great. And then Gallup came back for this game. He could have came back last week. He was healthy enough. He said he wasn't just mentally there. I guess he was ready now. And he showed up, and he obviously had limited plays, but in those limited plays, he made most of it, and he got a touchdown. So he's back, and obviously Noah Brown still being consistent, being that other guy over there on the other side of CD. So our receiving core is looking a lot better than it was, right at the start of the season. I mean, Mike Gallup's back, CeeDee Lamb looking good, playing like he should be, and Noah Brown has stepped up his game. That's why I wasn't like too worried. Like everybody thought, oh, we obviously it was a big loss for Mark Cooper, but then everybody had to like throw in, oh, we lost Cedric Wilson as well. Like, really? I mean, Cedric Wilson. I mean, that's not a big loss there.
Disrespect to Cedric Wilson. What did he do to you, man?
Wait, what? No, I'm just saying, like, everybody has a Cedric Wilson. I mean, you guys have a Cedric Wilson. He was named
No, we don't have a Cedric Wilson. We have nobody. What are you talking about?
Richie James.
What the hell does that mean?
That's a Cedric Wilson. That's what I'm saying. Saying a guy that came out of nowhere. You didn't know his name last year, but all of a sudden he starts playing well. Now you know his name. That's a Cedric Wilson.
Oh yeah, it's because we literally signed him this year.
But that's what I'm saying.
Cedric Wilson was with the Cowboys for like 3 years, though.
Yeah, but nobody knew who the hell he was.
Yeah, I know. Richie James is like, this is his first year. That's why we didn't know about him.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has that guy. Nobody knows where he came from or who.
David Sills is our Cedric Wilson. David Sills.
Okay, but whatever you want to say, everybody has that guy. Like, I mean, someone, like I said, I was comfortable in the fact that someone of these guys, of the group of guys, is going to step up and he's going to play just as well as Cedric Wilson did. That's all. That's all I was trying to say. That's why I wasn't worried about that. And Cedric Wilson hadn't done shit with the Dolphins, by the way.
Yeah, that's he's receiver 3 again.
Well, I'm just saying he was receiver 3 here.
Yeah, I know.
He was behind. He was behind Gallup, CD, and Amari.
Is he the kid that went to Baylor? Is this the Baylor kid?
So actually, I don't know.
Did he also go to Baylor? Because I know Terrence. That one kid, Terrence. That one kid. The kid, the dude who like ran out of bounds. But and then we beat y'all because he ran out the clock. That kid, what's his name? Terrence something. Williams. Terrence Williams. Yeah. Is Cedric Wilson also a Baylor kid?
I don't know. Think so.
I'll continue.
But I'm just saying he hadn't done shit with the Dolphins. But that's why I was worried about that. Because I did know that our guys would step up. But yeah, that like I said, receivers court.
Boise State.
What's that?
Boise State. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you guys do love yourself some Boise State people. Leighton Vander Esch, DeMarcus Lawrence are 2 of your best players. Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah. But how we're winning these games? The most important is our defense. Our defense is just it's legit. It's looking great. We've held every team under 20 points. We just held the Washington Commanders to 10 points. Just fantastic play by them. Where we struggled is that running game. It looked a lot like Week 1 against the Bucs when Leonard Fournette was doing his thing. The Commanders look a lot. They were doing some of the similar things. They were taking advantage of our over pursuit on our pass rush. Obviously got D-Law and Mike Parsons just running up the field, and they were going right to the outside, and they were getting our linebackers blocked because our linebacker that's the linebackers assignment to get out there, and they were just getting blocked because they didn't really have they didn't really need to block all the pass rushers too much because they already knew that we're going to over pursue. And then the linebackers, they would have blockers to block the linebackers, and they just had open gaps to just run the ball and get big chunks. Like that's the only big plays that they had. It was running plays. So we got to get that fixed a little bit. But other than that, going through the middle, they didn't really have a chance there. We stopped them a lot when they tried to run up the middle. And then the pass defense is really where we shine, man. Our pass defense looks really good.
I
No,
agree.
no big plays. Out of everybody want to talk about how Diggs got beat there and there and whatever. Well, he ain't getting beat no more because like he's shutting down his guys in front of him. He's playing fantastic. Like he had 2 pass defenses that were one was on 4th down. Well, both were on 4th down, and one was for it was going to be a touchdown. Like went through a nice ball, and it was going to be a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Diggs just jumps up and knocks it down. Great play. Same on the other 4th down on the sideline. It was going to be a conversion. He just ends up getting it down. And then on the interception, he looked like he was the receiver on that play. He looked like he was running the route, and he just makes a nice interception because that was
him and Deron Bland had picks, 2 picks.
Yeah, I was gonna get there.
Okay.
Deron Bland. Obviously, this is why you watch preseason games. I know everybody don't like watching preseason games, but if you watch preseason games, you would see that Deron Bland was dominating those games. He was showing up a lot, and guess what? When he got his opportunity, because Jordan Lewis went down with I think it was like groin injury or something like that. Deron Bland made most of his time playing. He looked good. He looked just as good as he did in preseason. Like I said, he made a nice pick on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz gonna do that, gonna give you a ball, but he got to be right there to take advantage of when he does do that. And Deron Bland was there. So love what I saw there. I said, and also the DBs are getting helped out because our pass rush is so good. Because we're getting constant pressure once all day. Yeah, we didn't get too many sacks. We got 2 sacks. But the pass rush was there. We were being disruptive in the backfield. We were getting through the line. Wentz was just making some good plays, getting out of it looked like sacks. It looked like sometimes like we were there. We were right in his face and we had him, and he was just getting away. And then he was getting the ball away sometimes, but it was disruptive because he was throwing some crap balls. He was throwing out of bounds and all this, so it was working whether we got the sack or not. It was messing up their offense, and overall, the reason why they didn't score too many points, they were getting it was a combination of our defense playing really well, but also the Commanders were just causing so many penalties. They basically turned into us. They turned into the Cowboys. They had like 11 penalties for like
136 yards. Y'all had 4 for 20.
Yeah, they were just messing up the whole game. Their drives were getting killed because of that. We got a shanked punt that they started in our territory off that punt, and they scored 0 points off of that on that drive because of the fact, like I said, a combination of the defense just playing well, and then their penalties just pushing them back and back. False starts and all and then just stupid penalties like that. Also, they had some 2 big pass interferences on our receivers because we had our guys had their guys beat, and they did some pass interference. One was clear.
It was past 5 yards, right? Past 5 yards.
Yeah. The ball's in the air, and the dude just kind of grabs our receiver for face mask on a pass interference because
because after 5 yards you can't hit them, but within 5 yards you could assault them if you want.
You can't hold them. No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. That's what a jam is.
You cannot hold them.
You can literally hold
them. That's why they threw a flag, because they literally were holding Michael Gallup on a play within 5 yards. They held Michael Gallup, and they got a flag.
Well, then then those corners don't know how to do it properly. Then you can probably do it if you know how to do it.
You can't grab them. You can't grab them.
You can literally grab them like this if you want to.
No, you can't.
I've literally seen it.
Well, then you should have been flagged.
Well, didn't happen
because you can't do that.
Continue. You just don't know the rules. It's all right.
You don't know the rules. You can't grab. Like, literally cannot grab.
Past 5 yards, and I'm not talking about grabbing. I'm talking about jamming.
5 yards either.
Jamming direct.
Jamming is not grabbing. Jamming is jamming them.
You can grab. You can
grab.
Yes, you can.
Grab.
You can.
Grab.
Offensive players always complaining about something. Did you play linebacker? What's wrong with you? Why are you defending offensive players?
I play defensive end.
Okay, same thing.
otherwise, yeah. So that's that was screwing up them. That's why they only scored 10 points. They kept shooting themselves in the foot on all their drives, and that's what pushed them out of even field goal range. Well, overall, we just got to keep winning, guys, and be consistent. Think we can, believe we can, because our defense, like we've done so far. So I don't see any reason why our defense can continue to play this way. It's just our offense has to get better. But one thing, got to get a shout out to Brett Maher.
Yeah,
like
Brett Maher, right? Yeah, you owe him an apology. You owe him an apology.
Like I was down on him. I was like, why the hell did we sign this guy? Because just the way he played when we first had him, he wasn't good. He wasn't a good kicker. Obviously, he went to other teams and did his thing and got a lot better. And now he came back to us, and he's really, really solid, man. At 4 for 4, I think 2 were over 50. He's hitting all his field goals. And then makes me feel more comfortable because obviously our offense is not doing anything spectacular. So it's crucial that we get those field goals. Because we can't not able to score sometimes, and our offense is stagnant sometimes. So yeah, definitely need that field goal and kick those long range kicks. So definitely shout out to Brett Maher. He doing his thing. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for the game.
Okay, all right. So let's transition to the great old.
Hey baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun.
Yes, Lawrence said we had some fun this weekend, Lawrence Taylor. The New York Giants busted out their legacy jerseys, their old school 80s jerseys. It was against the Bears. There's also a starter collection that comes along with it. Too expensive for my taste because I can't afford that. I'm still broke. I want that starter jacket so goddamn bad. It says red starter jacket. Okay, but that's not the point I'm making. So we bust out the retro unis, and we beat the Chicago Bears at home. I'm gonna start off with the positives, right? We'll talk about the little negatives in a bit. Let's start off with the positives. We can run the ball. We run the ball very well, and we did it. We've done it for the past 4 weeks. We did it against Tennessee. We did it against Carolina. We did it against the Cowboys. We did it against the Bears. We can run the ball. That is for sure the thing we can do. Run the ball, run the ball. There was one play where it was a dump off to Saquon Barkley, and he made magic where he juked somebody, then reversed it upfield. Daniel Jones threw a little nice block on Jaquan Brisker. So to bust him out and to bust out a long run. So there's that. We can run the ball. We can run the ball. That's now solidified. We run the ball, and there's nothing else we could do. We can run the ball. The biggest thing about
until y'all trade Saquon Barkley, then you can't.
We're not. Why would someone do that?
Why would you not?
That is dumb. That is dumb.
You do that?
No, absolutely not.
Are you going to pay him next year?
We already paid him. We already paid him. Didn't you already pay him?
He's on his free contract. What are you talking about?
I thought we gave him a deal. I thought David Gettleman gave him a deal.
You don't have no deal.
Oh damn. Okay.
Why would you pay a guy that was hurt?
No, I thought he. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna pay him. Fine, forget about it. We'll pay him because
you're gonna pay a running back. Okay, go ahead and pay him running back.
Yeah, but we're not gonna pay him like y'all paying him $100 million.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
We'll just give him the rookie. We'll just give him the Zeke deal. It looks good now, don't it?
No, it looks terrible.
Still, even with the market.
Yeah, what are you talking about? That's a terrible
you
deal.
reset the market. Yeah, it's your fault. You reset the market. Ezekiel reset the market. God damn you, you horrible person. How dare you? But if we don't pay him, it was a hell of a run.
You should trade him now.
We'll see. We'll see if we do. But I don't want to trade him. I actually want to keep him. I'm kind of old school like that. I believe.
No quarterback. You guys have no receivers, and you want to
exactly. We only have a running back. So we only have.
Why would you pay your running back if you have nothing else?
So we pay the running back. We draft a rookie receiver.
That makes no sense. It's like backwards.
No. We pay the running back. All right. Then we get the rookie quarterback. Like I said. Then we sign a bunch of veteran free agents
for a number one receiver. That's what y'all should do.
Well, no, we'll draft the number one receiver. That's what people do nowadays. They just draft them. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Mike Evans was drafted. Like Tampa Bay drafted Mike Evans.
And they're your number 2 receiver and your number 3 receiver.
It's cool. We'll just get some of them on free agency. We can get receivers on the cheap. Well, here's the thing with the Giants. The cap has been screwed up since David Gettleman screwed up the cap. You know, I'm not gonna get into it because I don't fully understand it, but he screwed it up. You know, he extremely paid for Kenny Galladay. He gave a lot of money to Dory Jackson. He prioritized outside signings instead of in-house signings. That's why James Bradbury is an Eagle. He shouldn't have never left. But we didn't have money to pay him because we already gave the money to Dory Jackson. Thank God Dory Jackson's playing very well this year. So I don't have to be that angry about that deal because he's playing very well. But the main thing about this game, Caleb, was pocket movement. It was pocket movement. It was very clear that they're trying to protect Daniel Jones and give Evan Neal some help, right? They brought in the tight ends. There was one moment we had 3 tight ends. It was Daniel Bellinger, Tanner Hudson, and Chris Myrack in the game. So someone was always on the side of Evan Neal to help him, help him out here. And they kept bootlegs, moving the pocket left side to side. He's making people go side to side, trying to make him go side to side. And that's what we did on the offense most of the time. And then the occasional, Saquon would bust out, be Superman Saquon and bust out like 36 yards, 46, something like all of that. But the one thing I really gleamed on is that Mike Kafka is calling a good game, right? Because Brian Daboll is not calling the plays. It's Mike Kafka is. And Kafka's thing is like, we have no receivers. There's no wide receivers. We have none. Our best receiver is Richie James, basically. So we're not going to use them. We're going to use them on some occasion. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the pocket. And you see a lot of plays where Daniel's bootlegging out, right? And there's just a tight end right there. And he just dumps it off to a tight end. Dumps off to another tight end. Tanner Hudson, Daniel Bellinger. Tanner Hudson, Daniel Bellinger. Richie James on occasion. Then you have the occasional David Sills pass. But it's very clear that we're going to stick with the running the ball more, right? We're just like an updated version of the Chicago Bears because, we pass the ball a little bit more than them. But us and the Bears are the exact same team. We run the ball. The Bears had Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. Montgomery's injured, and we have Saquon Barkley. And we're running the ball. That's all we're doing, running the ball. And run blocking is much better than pass blocking because all you can do is run block is you go forward and you grab and you push, and Evan Neal is going forward. He's grabbing and he's pushing. Andrew Thomas being Andrew Thomas, he's going to be literally by next year, the best left tackle in all of football is Andrew Thomas. He's been the highest graded left tackle or like lineman in the NFL the past 3 weeks. I think last week and the week prior, he's development, right? He was allegedly the 4th best tackle in that draft. Like the Giants drafted the 4th best tackle. They should have drafted Tristan Wirfs or Jedrick Wills or Mekhi Becton. How did they draft Andrew Thomas? And they should. David Gettleman, good job. Good job, David Gettleman. You made a great pick in Andrew Thomas because we have our left tackle for the next 10 years. Andrew Thomas will never not wear a New York Giants uniform. He will retire a New York Giant. So help me God.
Wouldn't count that.
I will count it.
I wouldn't count on that.
We're not the Washington Commanders. We're not like them who just let Trent Williams walk away because they almost killed him. All right. We take care of our guys. And Andrew Thomas, he's one of our guys because he's a kid we've developed. He's developed himself. He's taking the initiative and developing himself. And now he's one of the best left tackles in all the game. It's literally Andrew Thomas and everybody else. You cannot go on Andrew Thomas' side like the Cowboys did. When the Cowboys did damage, where did they do damage from? The right side. They went after the rookie. No. Yeah, y'all went after the rookie. Y'all didn't get on Andrew Thomas like that. I think y'all beat him like once, but Andrew Thomas was whooping that ass. I've seen the plays. I saw him squash Micah Parsons like a bug. All right, I saw him squash Micah Parsons like a bug. Parsons was cooking on the right side, and then they would move Parsons. Y'all moved DeMarcus Lawrence and Parsons away from Andrew Thomas. All right. Let's not say
I'm
start lying.
coming on all sides. I'm on all sides.
Well, yeah, that's what offensive linemen do. You go after the weakest link, and the weakest link was the right side with Gronkowski and Evan Neal, and that's what y'all did. But also too, like y'all couldn't handle that left side, man. That left side,
Okay.
Andrew Thomas has to overcompensate for Ben Bredesen. He has to do the left guard and the left tackle job because Ben Bredesen's horrible. We need to find a left guard for damn sakes. We need to find a left guard. So pocket movement they move in the pocket. The pocket isn't stationary because they don't want DeAndre Jones to be stationary. Because if he's stationary, they'll probably beat the right side line. So they're moving Daniel Jones on the move because he's a little athletic. He's athletic. He can move side to side, and it's very good for Daniel Jones. Both touchdown plays, Caleb, were bootleg lefts, or both bootleg lefts with Tanner Hudson clearing out the safety, running a route. So he cleared out the safety. Both touchdowns, same play, literally, same play. Bootleg left. Everyone collapsed on the right side to Saquon Barkley. Daniel just literally sprinted up the sideline, and then all you see is Tanner Hudson blocking the safety, or I think it was a safety because the safety is on tight ends, blocking the safety. Daniel Jones scampers into the end zone. Same touchdown, same play. Literally, the Bears couldn't stop the bootleg.
Run the ball, can't pass it very well, but
yeah,
he uses legs.
He uses his legs. You know what? Good. Start using your legs more. Move the pocket. Don't be stationary. Make sure you're not moving. It's very hard to hit a moving target. Basically. If you're a moving target, it's very hard to hit you. But if you're a stationary target, just tee off on a brother. And that's why the Cowboys, 7 sacks? 8? It's like 7 or 8?
On who?
Daniel Jones last week.
Oh, we had 5.
5. Okay, 5. Okay, so like 5.
Oh, we had a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but it was like 24 pressures, right?
Yeah.
So 24 pressures, 5 sacks, and because most of the time we didn't move the pocket. And then literally the next week, Mike Kafka was like, how about we move the pocket? And he moved the pocket. He moved the pocket left to right, left and right, left to right. So he did that, which was very good. Making sure the pocket is being moved so you don't hit him. Like you're moving Daniel Jones. You're just moving him around. Make sure he's not a stationary target, which is very good by Mike Kafka. Kafka's going to become a head coach in the next couple of years, right? Give him 2 to 3 years. He's going to be a head coach like Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll got hired in Buffalo. Took him 3 to 4 years in Buffalo. Boom, head coaching job. Kafka, 3 to 4 years here. If he can improve the offense, show people how well he's directed this team with no receivers. Like people like NFL people know, like Mike Kafka ain't got no receivers. Brian Daboll ain't got no receivers. What are they like? If you don't have any receivers, you can't really do much, right? So when they get receivers and Kafka can like build a better game plan, it's gonna be very good. But his game plan currently is to make sure my quarterback's on the move, dump off the tight ends, and we run the ball because we don't have any receivers. And it was very good by Mike Kafka. Great called game. Mike, big fan of you. Shout out to Northwestern. On the defensive side, 5 sacks. 2 by Dexter Lawrence, 1 by Tay Crowder, 1 by Jihad Ward, and I think 1 by Azeez Ojulari. We got the pressure. Bears didn't have a very good offensive line. We were in Justin Fields' face all night long. But the one backfire of Wink Martindale's scheme is this. Ravens fans have told me this. Shout out to Ravens Online on Gatekeepers. He's told me this numerous times. He over blitzes too many times. And what happened was Justin Fields would break out, rush lane. If you're not in your rush lane, he ran away. He got multiple first downs on scrambles. Then there was just one play where it was, I think, 3rd and 20. They blitzed on 3rd and 20, and they over blitzed, I believe, and dump off screen pass to Khalil Herbert. It goes for 23 yards. They over blitzed. That's the one drawback to Wink Martindale's team. We're the second most blitzing team. Finally, the fruits of that labor of getting 5 sacks is good, but there's instances where we over blitzed, and honestly, like when we got into the red zone, we made them settle for field goals. They hit 4 field goals. They had 12 points, and then we hit 2 field goals. It was 20-12 at the end, right? So they had 4 field goals, but I don't think we could have not given them 4 field goals if we didn't over blitz at points like the screen pass on 3rd and 20. Because on that drive, they kick a field goal, they score more points. So, Wink's Wink. I'm going to hate him and I'm going to love him. It's a week-by-week basis. 1 week he's going to over blitz and it's going to screw us. Next week he's going to be blitz perfectly and we're all going to be good. Because against Baker Mayfield, we blitzed Julian Love a couple of times and Julian got a crucial 3rd down sack. A crucial 3rd down sack. But, but the Bears saw it. You over blitzed. Dump off screen pass, 23 yards, 1st down. They kick a field goal. They get more points. So, but there was one play I do want to highlight for Kayvon Thibodeau, right? It was the Azeez Ojulari sack. He sacks him. It causes a fumble, right? And Kayvon saw the ball on the ground, and he rushed and got the ball right away. And he recovered the fumble. But it was a flag, right? So I was like, oh, man, it's going to be holding on us, right? But they called offensive pass interference. But they were like, the flag is negated because they caused the fumble. Who cares? So Giants ball. The wherewithal and the smarts between Kayvon Thibodeau running to the ball when it's on the ground, making sure, because if people are like, oh, that's a flag, dead play, and like a Bears player picked it up, it would just be a offensive, they picked it up. It's their ball. They get the ball back. But Kayvon running to the ball, scooping it up, you're just like, if it's a fumble, it's ours because I recovered it. And guess what happened? It was a fumble. It was ours, and he recovered it. Great business sense. And also, too, I want to like during the draft with Kayvon, it was his motor. Does he want to give out effort? Does he care? This game, he cared. He was going 100%. There wasn't a time where I was like, Kayvon is going 60. And there was times where he would beat the guy, right? But he knew he wouldn't get the sack. He knew it was like, I can't get the sack, right? I can't get the sack. Jump. So he would jump. And he tipped it a couple times. There was a boneheaded play where he tipped it and then shoved Justin Fields in the face. That I could do without. Brian Daboll said, use your head. So we were like, use your head. Don't do that. Just tip the ball and walk away. You did a great play, but you negated it by being dumb and not using your head. There was times where he would readjust his hand. It's like I almost had the sack, but Justin Fields is scampering young fella running around. So he would have to adjust his hands to block the ball. The sacks will come for Kayvon Thibodeau. They will come. But I'm liking that when he's getting through, right? He's like, I'm a little late. Okay, I'm a little late. Hand up. Always hand up. He's always hands it up. Hands are always up. Going like, hey, going like this. Hold on, let me get rid of this.
Your hands are disappearing, so
my hands is disappearing. Give me a minute. His hands will be like this, right? He'd be like hey, like his hands are like trying to block the ball, right? Good wherewithal of your defensive rush. Because if you can't get there all the way, knock the ball down. Knock it down. Because there's still going to be a highlight. You'll still have a highlight. And you know what? On occasion, you may get an interception. Or you may tip it and tip drill. Xavier McKinney, Julian Love, Aaron Robinson, Dory Jackson, Dane Belton could come out of nowhere and snatch it. And they could run for it. You've caused that play. Him and Azeez, the pressures were there, man. The problem is I saw rush lanes, right? With a quarterback like Justin Fields, you have to keep your rush lanes. You have to keep them solid, right? Solid rush lanes, because he'll just seep out and run for 15 yards or 20 yards, right? So rush lane discipline is what we need, right? And, sometimes, no matter how much discipline you have in your rush lanes, a quarterback with mobility and speed like Justin Fields will occasionally get you. Tay Crowder. You know how last week I said that Ezekiel Elliott touchdown was Tay Crowder's fault because he wanted to hit Zeke and not tackle Zeke. He tackled this week. He tackled a lot of wrap-ups, a lot of not hitting you. He also had a sack on a blitz. It was a double blitz where they crossed. Jalen Smith came down and Zay looped around him and got the sack. Jalen Smith, looked pretty good. I think he's gonna fit this scheme because linebackers really don't go side to side in the scheme a lot. They're not a lot of it's always going north and south because they're gonna be blitzing. They're gonna be, you don't know what Wink is gonna do with you. You may be blitzing 4 times in a row. You may drop back. You don't know. And apparently this was our big package, so we went big. Right? And then he also has a package called Bigger. So I want to see what bigger looks like. If this is big, what's bigger? So we'll see. I think losing Leonard Williams does sting us in the run game because, like I said, Leonard Williams, when he came out of college, people thought he's going to be the next big thing, right? He didn't fully develop a pass rush, or he pass rushes on occasion. But the one thing he did develop very good in the NFL is he's a good run stopper. He's a very good run defender, right? You know, he's not Grady Jarrett. They want him to be like Grady Jarrett, where he can stop the run and sack the quarterback. But he's a very good run stopper. Am I going to get a lot of sacks from him? Nah, probably not. But you pay him to stop the run. And, you know, the past 2 weeks, the run has gotten us. You know, Leonard Williams is very good in the run game, and we need him. We need him bad. Dexter Lawrence, though, is improving. You know, Dexter Lawrence was, you know, rush to passer. Got 2 sacks, and one of them sacks, he whipped Justin Fields violently. He like whipped him. He's like wham with his grabbed his like because Justin Fields escapes the initial right. He escapes the initial tackle, but then like Dex like grabs him and like whips him to the ground. And it looked. Honestly, I got scared for. I thought Justin Fields got hurt, but you know he got up and kept moving. But like Dexter Lawrence was being mean on that play, and I quite enjoyed it. I like it. Good job, Dex. Good job. Love you, dog. You know, pretty much like I said, those touchdowns, same play, literally the same play, like literally, and it like blew my mind. Like it was literally the same play. It was a bootleg left. Tanner Hudson like went up on like a little like weird corner seam thing, and then at the top of the route, he then proceeds to block the DB, and Daniel Jones just scampers in. We over blitzed on occasion, but it's Wink Martindale. What did you expect? It happens. We did get good news this week. Nick Gates was activated off of PUP. I think it was either PUP or IR, one of them. So he's allowed to train, have Nick Gates in practice. Then after that 21 days, either we put him back on PUP or IR, or we activate him. And people, you know, it's been a year since Nick Gates. So it was the Saints game. It was the Saints game, right? Where we beat the Saints. And Nick Gates and Andrew Thomas played very well together. Like together, they played very well. And then the following week, Nick Gates breaks his leg. Nick Gates was that left guard. He used to play center for us. He was mean. He was nasty. Not a very good center. Not a very good center. But then they moved him to left guard. And him and Andrew Thomas together were nasty. We're nasty. And that Saints game proved it because
nasty that won you so many games.
Well, it was the beginning of a burgeoning relationship. All right. Okay. The Saints game was the beginning. And I think them together will be pretty damn good. All right. Hey man, hey, don't worry about me. You have no offensive linemen. They're all getting hurt. Shut your mouth. Okay.
What are you talking about? We're getting healthy. We just got
Tyron Smith still has no hamstring.
Well, Tyron Smith is probably done. So
Zach Martin hurt his ankle.
Zach Martin's fine. Came back in the game.
Okay. I didn't see him come back. I saw him sit on that. I saw him sit on that.
We got split with McGovern and Peters. I mean, we're doing fine. Yeah. We just had an off game. We're going to get back healthy.
So 5 sacks. We had 5 sacks with the defense. Jahad Ward had a sack. Jahad Ward and Aaron Robinson got hurt, but Aaron Robinson was more about the abdomen because he was coming back from his appendectomy. So he's like protecting the incision. So Ronnie Barnes took him out. Jahad Ward, I didn't find out what happened to him. But yeah, we ran the ball very well, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the ball this year to stop the New York Giants. It's pretty simple. You stop the run. And the problem is, you know, are you going? That when the Giants are coming to town, we're stopping the run. That's what we're doing. We're stopping the run. All right. That's pretty much it on the New York Giants side.
I'll just address Star Drew. Yeah, we got Gal back. Yes. Yeah, he definitely played well in the game. Like I said, he had limited snaps. I think he'll be Phil Go for this upcoming game.
Well, it was ACL, right? It was the ACL.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, he looked ready to go. He looked fine. He looked like the old Gallup, like he was getting open downfield. Like I said, he calls a pass interference on one of them, and then he got the touchdown on the nice like because it wasn't set. Like he had to go out and get open in the end zone, because he saw Cooper Rush rolling out on that play, and he just knew he had to get open, and that's exactly what he did. He made the catch. So yeah, Gallup looks like old Gallup, man. Obviously, like I said, a receiving score is looking better. Like we could, like I said, maybe we get James Washington down the line. Maybe he starts showing up. Maybe not. But that's another guy we can add. So yeah, that like I said, looks a lot better than how it did going into the season.
All right, let's now preview next week. So next week, I'm gonna bring up the schedule. I have the schedule. The Cowboys face. Shout out to blogging with the boys. Shout out to blogging with the boys. Took your schedule. Thank you. Next week you got the Los Angeles Rams coming to town. The 125 game. Are you going to the Rams or the Ram? Wait, time out.
No, we're going to LA.
You're going to the Rams. You're going to the Rams. I just read it.
Going
So,
in LA.
All right.
Obviously,
You
we got tons of fans in LA. So we're gonna fill up that stadium because obviously we had training camp in Oxnard.
Yes.
Yeah. So we definitely
Raiders fans, Niners fans, Cowboys
and the Rams
fans.
don't have any fans. So
Raiders.
The Rams don't have fans.
Oh, the Rams. I thought you were the Raiders. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
The Rams don't have fans.
Yeah, the Rams have no fans, literally.
So,
yeah, you know what? At least the Los Angeles Chargers have fans. I know Los Angeles the Los Angeles Chargers. I know they have fans. Rams, the only fan that I know is Danny Trejo. That's it. It's just Danny Trejo.
Yeah, so I think we'll be able to have a good crowd over there. But yeah, going into this game, I don't think Jack will be ready. I mean, he hasn't really practiced at all, so I wouldn't imagine that.
It was 6 to 8 weeks, right? It was 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's week 5. So he better not be playing.
I don't think he'll be ready for this game. I think we're going to go again with Cooper Rush.
What do you think, Caleb? You think you guys are I think you come back against the Lions or the Bears? One of them?
No, I think you come back for the Eagles.
You sure about that? That's the good side of 6. So that's week 6.
Yeah. We need him against the Eagles. I really think we need him because we need to beat the Eagles.
Hey man, the Eagles almost lost to
I mean, they almost did, but we need him. We need him for that game. That's a crucial divisional game. I absolutely think we need him for that Eagles game. But as far as this game, Cooper Rush will be there. And like I said before the season, I thought we would lose this game. I picked us to lose this game, going to LA. But I kind of feel that way still. But I can't really go against like Cooper Rush's streak, man. I can't.
You guys are gonna lose. Get out of here with this Cooper Rush streak. Get out of here.
I kind of feel like that way. But like, I mean, what evidence has he given you that he's gonna lose? He's giving you no evidence.
It's not evidence. There's this dude named Aaron Donald on the other side of that.
Okay, that's defense. Great. That's fantastic. But Cooper Rush hasn't given me a reason to pick against him.
He's 4-0
so far.
So
why would I pick against him? So why would I pick against him?
You gonna let the money roll? You gonna go take Cooper Rush?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with him until he shows me otherwise. I mean, so that's. But also, like I said, they have Aaron Donald. We got to block him.
And Leonard Floyd.
We got to find a way to
him and Leonard Floyd
slow him down a little bit. But I think we can. I think if we just stick to the game plan that we've been doing, our offense is really balanced. Passing and the rushing attempts are pretty much even. We just have to stick to that game plan. Just keep with the run, keep with the pass, and have a good mix. And I think we'll be fine. Honestly, I think if Kellen Moore just has to stick with it and not get too crazy or pass happy. And then we'll be good. And then on
Drew, I don't know who emotional KT is. Emotion KT. I don't know who that is. Yeah. Diggs and emotion KT.
Emotion KL.
KL. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I know who Diggs is. Sure I don't know who emotional is.
Yeah. But yeah, the reason, and then I have no reason why not to trust our defense. I mean, I trust in Dan Quinn. Quinn's gonna dial us some good. He's gonna no, I mean, like I said, we haven't had a lot of big plays in the passing game, and I think that will continue. I think we'll be on Cooper Kupp and all the other receivers over there, and we'll do the same because we played against good receivers. I mean, we shut down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and all them with the Bengals. I don't see why we can't do that against the Rams receivers.
Good point. And they have a better receiving core.
Yeah. So I mean,
because with Cincinnati, they have a third option. They have Tyler Boyd as well.
We did a good job against Brady. Yeah, against Brady and all their receivers. We did a good job against them. Held them under 20
Mike
points.
Evans. It was only Mike Evans.
Well, still.
If you think it was literally only Mike Evans. Like it was Mike Evans.
They had Julio.
Oh yeah. 35-year-old Julio Jones coming off of bad hamstrings. Yes, that guy.
So,
Yeah.
they still had their
Yeah,
receiver.
that guy. Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Oh, that
But
guy who
still,
made one.
but my point
The
is
guy
that
who made one play against you and then left the game because he got hurt on that play.
that's true.
That guy.
We still did a pretty good job on him.
One play, then he left the game because he was hurt, Caleb. Then when he came back in the game, he was hurt. So of course you did it. Of course you shut him down. He was hurt and he's old. Like you better.
My point is.
What's your point? That you're wrong? Continue.
No, we did a good job on Mike Evans.
Well, yeah, you better have.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying.
No, didn't he catch a touchdown?
Yeah, he had one touchdown. It was a short pass. It wasn't like this big, huge, like 50-yard touchdown pass. It was like right at the goal line.
Touchdown's a touchdown.
Because he made a great play. He's Mike Evans. But overall, I'm saying
Mike Evans.
But I'm saying overall, he didn't get any big plays, and that's my point. That I feel like we're good enough defense to prevent those big plays from happening and from Cooper Kupp going wild on us. Obviously, our pass rush is going to get after Stafford.
He averaged 14 yards a catch in that game. Caleb, what are you talking about?
What's that?
Mike Evans had averaged 14 yards a catch.
Mike Evans barely did anything to us.
He had 5 catches for 71 yards and 14.2 average and a touchdown.
That's not very good, bro.
Well, they ran the ball on you because they ran the ball on you. 21 for 127 for Leonard Fournette.
But otherwise, our pass rush, like you were just mentioning, like against a guy who doesn't move around, that's definitely Stafford. And Stafford's game
too. He's also hurt.
And Stafford's game is to go deep, and if we can prevent those deep passes, just like the Bills did. I mean, I think that's the reason why he couldn't really get it going in the Bills game, because he couldn't get that deep ball going, because he was getting pass rushed a lot. And had no time to set up those plays. And I feel like we can do the same thing that the Bills did to him. Get our pass rush after him, and he'll have no time to get those deep balls that he likes. And it'll be a similar game to that.
Yeah, man. Does he hate Allen Robinson? Like, what is this?
I don't know. Probably.
Does he not like him? Like,
and then they don't have much of a run game either, so I'm not too worried about them running.
They're one-dimensional. They're one-dimensional.
Yeah, I don't. That's our main problem right now is defending that run. So if they don't really have that going, so I don't really think we have to worry about that too much. So I feel like we'll be pretty good on defense against them, and yeah, I think we can get a win here. Against the Rams, even though it's on the road, but like I said, we'll fill up that stadium. We'll continue the streak. Rush is going to continue to win. He'll be a 5-0 starter. Yeah, I think we'll do it, man.
All right. So, yep. This week we're against the Green Bay Packers. We're playing in London, so it'll be 6:00 in the morning. So I guess I'll watch it on the replay because I didn't even know that the Vikings and the Saints played this week. So we're against the Packers in London. Here's the thing. Here's the problem, right? The one thing I forgot to mention in the recap of the Giants is in the game against the Bears, Daniel Jones hurt his ankle and he was limping, kind of hobbled. They took him out real quick, and then Tyrod Taylor then got hurt with a concussion, and so he's not playing. I don't think he's playing in London. He's not doing it because one, that he shouldn't. Like, I wouldn't do that at all, and two, what all happened with Tua. We've had to talk about that too, but we'll converse.
The main question is, are you gonna get up for this game? That's the main question.
No, I will be asleep. I will be asleep for this game.
You're not a very good fan.
Now, I'm a great fan, but
you're a terrible fan.
Like
you
you would never. You don't do it either. Get out of here.
I would get up at 6:30. I do get up at 6:30. What do you think I do? I get up and make my bets before the game starts.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be watching the game because you're gonna be too busy at the casino, so you missed it.
The game is on at the casino.
Good point. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. Shut your mouth, okay? So Daniel Jones is injured. Tyrod Taylor's injured. Our third quarterback is Davis Webb. He's the dragon. You know what? So I guess it's going to be the dragon in London, right? Because they shouldn't not let, if Daniel Jones is hurt, do not let him play. I'm sorry. Do not let him play because no, just don't let him play. Because what happened was in the second half, it was a lot of handoffs. He was handing the ball off, and it wasn't a lot of moving they weren't pocket moving because Daniel Jones' ankle couldn't handle it. So you let him hand the ball off with Saquon Barkley, and that's how we won the game at the end of the game. Caleb, your camera fell. So in London, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a defensive slug match because let's be real with the Green Bay Packers. They have no wide receivers. Okay, zero. Okay, Christian Watson hasn't lived up to that to their thing. Their best receiver right now is Romeo Doubs.
Yeah.
Right. It's Romeo Doubs, and Romeo Doubs is an undrafted kid from Nevada. I actually know someone from Nevada who knows Romeo Doubs, but that's not the point. So it's Doubs and Watson. It's Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. Okay, none of those people scare me or instill fear in me that we have to double any of them. We don't.
I don't know.
But the two people who do scare me is this.
But okay.
Who?
Can really stop Noah Brown, but I guess so.
You act like you blow us out. Shut your mouth. Okay, shut the hell up. All right, shut your mouth. All right, but he still doesn't scare me either. Get in here. No, Brown. Whatever. I was scared of CD.
I'm just saying.
And
you did a pretty good job on y'all.
Well, CD tore us up. No, Brown had like one play. Get out of here.
So,
All right, but the people I'm worried about the Packers is we don't have Leonard Williams, so he's not playing, right? He's not playing, and they have two solid running backs, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, and I believe it's going to be a close matchup. I think the Packers beat us 20-14, right? Because they have no receivers, we have no receivers. They have Aaron Rodgers. Okay, they have Aaron. That's why they're gonna beat us.
I would think more of the running game. I mean,
they have more of a running game.
They're running the ball like a majority of the time.
Exactly. So it's Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are gonna, and we don't have Leonard Williams, so it's gonna be either. So it's gonna be because I think Wink Martindale's gonna over blitz. He's gonna over blitz on some occasion, and the Packers are gonna take advantage. And that's why the Packers are going to win in London. Unfortunately, we're going to be 3-2. Unfortunately, I want to be 4-1, but it's not happening. But weird thing though, the Giants are undefeated in London, so there's that.
Well, I don't think anything.
You know, shout out to OCU Manura, by the way. He's British. But yeah, he is. He's British. Yeah. Shout out to OC.
Sure.
I think he's British. Yeah, he's British. Yeah, he's British. He's the
You
reason.
better, you better fact check. But.
Hold on. I think he's from Britain. No, because he's one of the reasons the London games exist.
Y'all played the first one, didn't you?
We played the very first one,
Okay.
and we won that one. Then we played again, and we won that one. So we're undefeated in London.
I mean,
Yep, yeah, he's British. Yeah, he's one of five British-born players to ever win a Super Bowl, joining Marvin Allen, Scott McCready, former Giants teammates Lawrence Tynes, and Jay Ajayi. Yeah. So Lawrence Tynes is actually British too. Shout out to you, Lawrence. Hey, my dog. I love Lawrence Tynes. Love LT. Yeah, he was born in Golders Green, London, to Nigerian parents. Yep. Ha! See, I knew that because that's my guy. He's the reason I'm a Giants fan. Because I saw his name and I was like, his name is OC? Nice. That's dope. Human Eura? You know, and you're like, I'm like fucking 8. I just thought it was hella cool.
That's a real reason to be a fan, but a real weird reason.
There's a lot of reasons why people are fans of everything. The reason you're a fan is because of your dad. He made you a fan. But like you would have probably found something else. You'd probably found something else to make yourself a Cowboys fan. If your dad was a Cowboys fan, if your dad never made you a Cowboys fan, Caleb, would you have been a Cowboys fan?
Yeah. Are
you sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
You would have found the Cowboys on your own.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're around it?
No, because I was born in Texas, so I was a Cowboys fan.
Okay, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But yeah, we're gonna lose to the Packers in London. That was my point. Oh yeah, good point. Lawrence, you're not LT Lawrence. Sorry.
No, how dare you say he's LT?
Sorry. Lawrence Tynes.
Tynes.
We call him Tynes.
You're a terrible fan.
Hey man, if I can, Lawrence Taylor's not has not been that good of a person over his past couple years, right? All right.
So he's still LT.
Good point. Shout out to LT. I saw you at the Cowboys game. Not wearing white, by the way, because you're LT. All right, yeah, we're gonna lose the Packers in London. Well, you know what?
No, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah, no,
no.
we're
You're gonna
gonna
lose. You're gonna
yeah,
lose.
yeah, we will.
There's
Yeah,
no
we're gonna
way.
lose,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Yes, but on that note, everyone, thank you guys for joining us. Caleb, where can people find you, man?
At NFL Caleb 22 on Instagram and Twitter. On this channel on Betting the NFL comes out Thursdays with Derek Lee, also known as D Weezy. And then you can find my articles that go along with that show on our website, letsgetreadynetwork.com.
All right, guys, I'm Ferris Muthana. You can find me at Ferris Muthana on Twitter. Find me here every Monday, 1:30 at the Good Friends Better Rivals. Find me on hey man, I'll say this, man. We got something cool coming up. All right.
Oh yeah, we do.
But we can't say it. We can't say it. We can't say it. We can't say it. No, we can't. We can't. We can't say it. But we got something cool coming up. All right. Got something cool. Yeah, it's really fucking cool. We got something cool coming up. On that note, y'all lost to the Dolphins. Shut up. All right. Get out of here. Exhibit. All right. But yeah, Ferris Muthana, make sure to like and subscribe to this video on the replay, guys. We really appreciate that. Shout out to the audio feed listeners. We're on a separate audio feed. The highlights audio feed is this. This is the feed. It's its own feed. It's a highlights feed, right? All the sports shows on this feed. No, it's not a giveaway, Tony.
No.
I wish. No, it's not. But it's something cool. But on that note, guys, make sure to like and subscribe on the audio feed as well. Rate and review us. 5 stars, people. 5 stars. 5 stars.
Did we give away? I want some. I want to give away.
No, we're not doing a giveaway. All right.
I want some.
You earn stuff here on this channel. God damn it. You earn stuff. Yeah, what is life? What is life, Tony? What is life? But on that note, everyone, stay safe and be cool.